All right, two big stories developing today. One right at the national capital in front of the National Museum, where a march would be taken out by Anupam Kher, hundreds in tow, right to the president's house, protesting against award Wapsi. The other one, which we are following right now, will take you to Srinagar, where unprecedented security put in place for the Prime Minister's visit. Srinagar has been turned into a fortress with additional security forces deployed. Restrictions too have been imposed in various areas, with around 300 arrested to ensure that separatist-backed million march doesn't take place. Independent MLA Engineer Rashid has been detained for raising black flags ahead of the Prime Minister's visit, and in further crackdown, internet and railway services have been suspended. The separatists have given a call million march against the Prime Minister rally earlier. Meanwhile, heavy security arrangements have been put in place around the Kashmir Stadium, where the Prime Minister will address a joint rally of PDP and BJP workers. The Prime Minister will address rallies in Srinagar and Baglihar district of Jammu and Kashmir today. Want to connect right now to Shujaul Haq. He's joining me right now from Srinagar with the very latest coming in. Shuja, can you get us up to speed in terms of the security, the preparation, what is expected? Shuja, can you hear me?
Yes, Preeti, I can hear you, and I can tell you that there is an unprecedented amount of preparation that has been done for this very event, which is the Prime Minister's rally, which will begin just moments from now. But at the same time, there were a lot of security concerns that the administration had, given the fact that the separatist leaders had given a million march to counter the Prime Minister's rally, and most of the separatist leaders have been arrested, held, detained. A massive crackdown has been carried out on the entire separatist leadership. There are around 300 people who are detained at this point of time. Srinagar has been virtually turned into a fortress. There is huge amount of security presence in and around the venue, which is in the heart of the Srinagar city. Here at this very venue, there are a lot of people who have already gathered here, most of them the supporters of PDP and BJP, and still people are coming towards the venue. But the big question that the administration had in its mind is to ensure that this event happens peacefully without any hindrance, and that's why all the measures were taken into consideration. At the same time, there were many other leaders like Engineer Rashid who managed to take out protests. They in fact used very novel ways. Some of them actually flew balloons in the air, black balloons in the air, as a mark of the protest against the PM's rally. Well, as far as the PM's rally is concerned, what most of the people have been anticipating is that he perhaps will announce a development package, much awaited development package for the state of Jammu and Kashmir. Also, a lot of hopes from those people who have been affected by floods last year are pinning their hopes towards the announcement today by the Prime Minister. Here in this venue, the PDP leadership seems to be very, very anxious. They have put in everything at their disposal to ensure that this rally is successful. If my cameraman can show you towards that podium where most of the PDP leaders are sitting here, anxiously waiting for the Prime Minister's arrival. And there it is. Prime Minister has just arrived. We are bringing you these visuals live. Prime Minister just arriving at the venue here in Kashmir Stadium of Kashmir, welcomed by the entire PDP team here. You can see one by one Mehbooba Mufti, the president of PDP herself, welcoming the Prime Minister, and Prime Minister waving towards the crowd, which clearly is cheering at him. A very important event for the PDP-BJP combined here. They've pinned a lot of hopes on this particular event, and it will be very, very interesting to see what the Prime Minister has to say, because the Prime Minister's visit was much awaited since last year when the flood struck the Kashmir Valley.
Shuja, just stay on with me. What we will do is maybe on the side we can play quick reactions coming in on the Prime Minister's visit. We are back with you. So the Prime Minister right now has arrived at the Sher-e-Kashmir Stadium. He'll be addressing the crowds there. But let's quickly dip into reactions. We are back with Shuja. All right, let me go back to Shuja. You know, Shuja, everybody has their eyes trained on the possible announcement that the Prime Minister might make today about a development package for Jammu and Kashmir, isn't it?
Well, that's right. There are a lot of hopes that are pinned at the Prime Minister at this rally. In fact, the PDP leadership has been for a long time dubbing this visit as historic. In fact, the Chief Minister of Jammu and Kashmir, Mr. Mufti Mohammad Sayed, termed this rally, this event as historic, saying that this will change the course from here on. Also, one has to very importantly understand the fact that this is the first such rally in Srinagar by the Prime Minister after this PDP-BJP combined took charge in about 6 months back. Many experts were also suggesting that Prime Minister perhaps would use this occasion to speak about the entire controversy of intolerance, because this is the state where majority of the people are Muslims. So perhaps this is the podium perhaps the Prime Minister would use to send across a very important
Shuja, before we, of course, we are waiting for the Prime Minister to go and address the crowds there. He has arrived. He's sitting at the podium with the other PDP leaders. And maybe our producers can pull out our graphics there, because Shuja, and maybe, talk us through it. It's been a while. The Prime Minister has made many attempts to warm up, where the Kashmir Valley is concerned. But the Kashmir Valley hasn't quite warmed up to the Prime Minister. And for reasons enough over the last couple of months, especially the biggest grouse being relief not reaching the people, especially after the floods.
Well, that's right. One may understand that a lot of noise has been made around such rallies, but it is very important to also suggest that Kashmir has not really warmed up to the Prime Minister, and one of the major reasons towards this is the attitude that a lot of people suggest, in terms of being cold. One very important indicator is the relief that was supposed to come towards the people immediately after the floods. A year has passed by, and there are only hollow promises. There was a lot of hope that people had pinned on the Prime Minister. Remember, just last time, around this very time only, around Diwali, the Prime Minister had come to Kashmir and had said that I'm spending my Diwali here to give you a sense that I am with you when it comes to providing that succor, that relief. But it is more than 1 year now. A lot of people haven't really gotten that relief, that compensation to rebuild their lives. Many suggesting that whatever little has been done by themselves on their own. They have tried to rebuild their lives without the help from central government. There was a package that the last government had asked for, which was around 44,000 crore rupees to reconstruct the lives of people who were hit by those devastating floods. And so far, it's about only 5,000 crore rupees that has been really spent on the rehabilitation. So that clearly gives you a sense why there is that sense of, there is that sense of not being connected to people. Because very clearly, apart from many other things, it's just the basics. The relief that was supposed to come did not come in the magnitude that it was supposed to be here.
Shuja, word has it that the Prime Minister today is going to be making an announcement close to 90,000 crore rupees as a development package for Jammu and Kashmir. How do you think that would be taken, both politically and popularly?
Politically, it is something that the PDP is really pinning their hopes on. For last about 6 odd months that the PDP-BJP combined has been here, they haven't seen much in terms of spectacular help or in terms of a package coming towards the state of Jammu and Kashmir. And that is one of the reasons that there is a lot of angst among the supporters, among the people who really voted PDP in the power. But that is perhaps one of the very important factors why the PDP is really linking this rally, this event to the larger political survival, so to speak. If the Prime Minister announces the package, the PDP perhaps will have something to go back to its core constituency and say, look, here is the reason why we went with BJP. Here is the reason why we chose BJP as an alliance partner. But so far, as far as the PDP is concerned, they've only been trying to pacify their core constituency, that there will be something that will come. And today is the day when that something will be really awaited for.
The
very
people you've been
interesting to see what is the announcement the people make.
Right, I'm afraid I came in there. The people that you've been speaking to, Shuja, what kind of reactions are you picking up? And in terms of crowds, what's the number that we are talking about?
Well, it's a very mixed reaction that we are witnessing. There are two aspects to today's event. One is the Prime Minister, of course, coming here, addressing a rally, and hopes that a lot of people have that he perhaps would announce some sort of a developmental package for the state of Jammu and Kashmir. But at the same time, there is another very important aspect, the aspect which relates to the million march that was being called by the separatist leadership, and how the entire valley has virtually been turned into a fortress, particularly Srinagar city, to ensure that particular rally does not happen. About 300 odd people have been detained or held at various places. So that is one aspect of gauging the reaction on the ground. While there are a lot of people here, as you can see, the crowd is immense. There are this stadium, which has the capacity of about 20,000 odd people, is full. So that really gives you an understanding that there are a lot of people who actually wanted to come here and listen to the Prime Minister, and perhaps are waiting for that very important speech, that very important package, which has been awaited for a longer time. But at the same time, outside this stadium, the scenario is very different. There are restrictions put in place. Several of these leaders from the separatist parties have been detained or arrested. So very, very stark realities, but two important ones.
Shuja, away from, of course, what the Prime Minister might announce in terms of the package, away from what the PDP might expect the Prime Minister right now to announce, because politically it's important. When you come down to the alliance, over the last couple of months, it's been an extremely uneasy marriage, many times reaching the brink of a breakup. We do know that the Prime Minister would also be addressing both PDP and BJP party members, where the Srinagar set is concerned. What is expected out of that?
Well, that's right. That's a very important aspect of the entire situation. In fact, the alliance that was made between PDP and BJP, many called it an unholy alliance. Many termed it as the combine of North Pole with the South Pole. Two different people, two different parties with different ideologies coming together in a state like Jammu and Kashmir. Absolutely unprecedented. But that is where the catch lies. Over past 5 or 6 months, since this government has taken the shape, there have been several occasions where one could really see that temperature, that tension between the two partners, but they've carried through. Many occasions, whenever there were certain issues in the center, particularly issues related to the idea of tolerance, there has been heat that the PDP suffered back home. Every time there was an incident of communal violence, the PDP had to take the brunt here in the state of Jammu and Kashmir from its core constituency. So that is where this rally again takes very important shape. The Prime Minister, for a lot of people inside PDP and the experts in the valley, are suggesting that the Prime Minister perhaps could use this platform. He has come to a state where Muslims form a majority. Here is their own government. PDP is their partner. if the Prime Minister chooses to use this occasion to send across a secular message, to send across a larger message of tolerance, that will be that will be really helpful for the PDP inside the Jammu and Kashmir at least. And also, it perhaps could send across a very important signal to the larger debate of tolerance that is being made, at the level of the nation, so to speak.
Well, Shuja, to come on the issue of tolerance, well, right in the national capital, that debate right now raging on while you are at that rally of the Prime Minister. What we will do...